So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back once again to the greatest watch market update show. Today I'm doing this video because I received today a link from no other than Sweet Kid Kino. He sent me a link that he thought that I should look at, and I looked at this link, and it was very disturbing to look at this link. As you know, in this channel, if we have to give a good voice out, we give a good voice out. And if we have to give a bad voice out, we give you a bad voice out. In this case, we're going to have to give a bad voice out, to someone in the industry, and it's sad because it wasn't good what I saw. As you know, I talk a lot about, New York City. I was born in New York City, and New York City is a daily, part of my heart. I love New York, and I always talk about 47th Street, the Diamond, district over there. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta be honest. If you don't have to do business with none of those jewelers or watch dealers, do yourself a favor and keep away from that corner. To deal with those people in the diamond design district, 47th Street, you gotta be a cowboy to hang with these people, because these people over there, they're a bunch of flim-flammers and hoodwink and hucksters. These people in the diamond district are so good that they can take off your socks off without taking off your shoes. And I mean that, ladies and gentlemen. These people are unbelievable. These people are very, very, very sketchy. If you don't know what a sketch is, you just Google it and you'll find out what a sketch is. And the reason I'm doing this video, ladies and gentlemen, I talk about that gentleman that I call Sinbad, the genie, with the shaved side, hair shave, to the side, skin, has a little man bun in the back, he wears a lot of bang cleef, flower, bracelets, these people, you also have the other guy, which they call the LaSalle, LaSalle. And then you also have a gentleman which they call the Ten Commandments, the Ten Commandments. He's unbelievable, this kid, which is called the Ten Commandments. And ladies and gentlemen, the video that I saw from this gentleman who I call the Ten Commandments, from New York City, the Diamond District, he's a gonorrhea. If you don't have to do any business with this gentleman, which I call the Ten Commandments, you keep away from him. Es una rata. Es una rata de cuatro patas. He's a rat of four legs. And you might be thinking, so what are you talking about? Take it easy. I'm going to get there. These people are unbelievable. I'm telling you this. I'm voicing out. If you don't have to do any kind of business, in the Diamond District in New York, over there, but those rats are at, they're a bunch of rats. They're unbelievable. Son ratas. Ratas de cuatro patas. If you don't know what I say, you Google it. But ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman, the Ten Commandments gentleman, he got caught on fleecing and flim-flamming someone, on hoodwinking someone, because he's a huckster. He's a huckster. This gentleman, the Ten Commandments, he is a huckster. He's a hoodwink. You understand me? He's a cockroach. He is a cockroach. So, ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman, the Ten Commandments, was selling a diamond necklace. And as he is selling this diamond necklace, he is telling the consumer, the customer, that this diamond necklace has 30 pointers of natural diamonds. Natural diamonds, ladies and gentlemen. He got pinched. He got caught. He got caught. And his name is Destroyed. You know, the Ten Commandment guy, his name is Destroyed. I mean, totally destroyed. Because he got called out. He got called out. And he was selling a diamond necklace with 30 pointers of natural stone diamonds. And he was asking $40,000 for this diamond necklace, you know? Was supposedly they were natural diamonds. The diamonds were so big that he even said that you can give those diamonds out as an engagement ring to your, you know, your girlfriend or whatever it is that you like. You know, he was saying that. And $40,000, you know, for 30 pointers. You know, it was probably an 18 inches, you know, of a necklace. So I believe, you know, I don't know too much about this. The one that sends me all this information is Sweet Kid Kino, but allegedly he sold it for $40,000. And the customers came back and they called him out. You know, they called him out, you know, on the scam. You know, he was scamming them. And they told him, Mr. Ten Commandments, didn't you say these were natural diamonds? And the Ten Commandment gentleman said, no, I never said that. But they had him recorded already. They had him recorded as saying that these were 30 pointers natural diamonds, excellent diamonds. So the person that bought the necklace from this Ten Commandment gentleman, they came back and they told him that you told me these were natural diamonds, and they're not. These are lab diamonds, you know? So you're dealing with the scum of the earth with people like that, you know? And you should have seen, you know, when they approached this Ten Commandment gentleman, you know? His upper lip was trembling. His face was pale, got yellow, you know, yellow belly, he got yellow. You understand me? If you guys don't have to do any business in New York and 47th Street, don't go there. I already told you what they got there. You know, you got the gentleman with the skin tight, you know, shaved head and the size. You know, he looks like a genie. He looks like Sinbad. You know, he wears a lot of bracelets, you know, with flowers, you know, on his, you know, unbelievable. You know, he's over there in New York. You got the other guy too, which is LaSalle, you know. Everything is LaSalle this, LaSalle that, LaSalle that. Another flim flammer, you know. This is a little gang. It's a little gang over there, you know. You got a lot of these characters over there. And you have this one, you know, this young fella, which I call the Ten Commandments. He's unbelievable. He's a cockroach. Es una gonorrea. Es una gonorrea. You know, he's unbelievable. He was trying to scam these people with lab diamonds, and he wanted to pass them as natural diamonds. And he got called out. And he is recorded. You know, they recorded the whole thing. And I'm telling you, this person's face was yellow. It got yellow. If he's young, he became 5 years older when these people recorded everything. And he even had to admit that he did say they were natural diamonds. So what I'm trying to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have no business in New York with any jeweler or any watchmaker or any watch dealer, keep away from New York. You know, keep away. Do business with your local jewelers wherever you live at. Wherever you live at, but don't go do business over there. You know, in this channel, if we have to give a good voice out, we give it out, no matter who it is. And if we have to give a negative one, we give it too. What this gentleman, what this 10 Commandment gentleman did was an awful thing, you know, scamming people. And if you see the video and you see the person that's sitting down, it's also a person that has some kind of, you know, I don't even want to get it. It's sad to see this video. That there are people, there's scum, you know, scum people out there that they're willing to do whatever it takes to get you taken, you know, because they see you guys as possum kickers. They see you guys as cow tippers. You know, these people, this little gang from New York is unbelievable. These people are the whole day exchanging, changing dials, cutting links. They sell you a full link watch and 2 links are missing. The dial is missing, you know. Fake diamonds, they're lab diamonds, and then they tell you it's a real diamond. If it's a lab diamond, it's not a natural. It's not a natural diamond, you know. It's a man-made diamond, you know. And these people are flim-flamming and slinging everybody they can get their hands on, you know. You guys gotta stop being, you know, buffaloes. You guys gotta stop being crumb bums. You know, stop giving away your children's tuition money to all these cockroaches, you know, from the city in New York. These people are cockroaches. These people are a disease. And I really mean that. These people are a disease of always trying to get you taken. And they do. They get you taken. But these people that recorded this gentleman, you know, that... you know, the 10 Commandments gentleman, he got pinched. He got called out. And it's all over social media. All over. They got him. They recorded the whole thing. And I'm telling you, his lip would tremble. His color skin got yellow, like yellow belly. You understand me? You, Mr. 10 Commandments, you're a cockroach. You're a cockroach. They got you. Your name, Finito Papi. They got you. Those people got you real good. They recorded you saying the word. These are natural diamond 30 pointers. And these diamonds are so big, you can give your girlfriend, you know, an engagement ring with one of those stones. And they were lab diamonds, Papi. And they got you, Papa. You know, they got you. You know, you like to dance, right? Look at me. Look at me. I'm dancing like you dance. They got you, 10 Commandments. They got you. So I'm telling you, all of you out there, if you have to do business in New York, get away from those people. Son unas ratas. Son unas ratas. These guys are bad people. These people don't care about what they do. No tienen sentimiento. Son unas gonorreas. They're cockroaches. And they need to be stepped on real hard. You know? Real hard. So look for that video so you can see who I'm talking about. It's that whole group. I'm telling you. You know, the gentleman with the man bun hair shaved to the sides. You know, it looks like a Sinbad, like a genie, you know, like a genie. And then you got the other guy too, Mr. LaSalle. LaSalle this, and they shake with the LaSalle, LaSalle, LaSalle. You know, stop getting fleeced. Stop getting flim-flammed by these hoodwinks and hucksters. They're cockroaches. They're terrible. Son terribles. Son terribles, papi. If you don't have to do business in the city, and the Diamond District, stay away from those people. Anyway, guys, I already tell you that if we have to give a good voice out, we give it. And if we have to give a bad voice out, we give it as well. And there's your bad voice out on that gentleman, the 10 Commandments, you know, from the Diamond District and over there in the city, you know, Manhattan, and New York, and downtown, whatever you call it. So una cucaracha, the cockroaches, they're terrible. You know, you have to terminate them. With spray, you know, they're cockroaches. You understand me? Well, guys, there it is. That's my voice out for the day. I hope you learned something. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like my video. And like me, and Sweet Cake Kino say always, take care and brush your hair.